All right, we're back with example 2. Now this is a craft application. So this states the queen's quilt block includes 12 blue triangles. The base and the height of each triangle are about 4 inches. Find the approximate amount of fabric used to make the 12 triangles. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to highlight the important information. The queen's block includes, 12 blue triangles. The base and the height, so it's telling us the base and the height of each triangle are 4 inches. Find the approximate amount of fabric used to make the 12 triangles. All right, so it says the base and the height of each triangle. So here we go, there's the base and the height. So since they say base and height, there's a 90-degree angle there. Is 4 and 4. Find the approximate for 12 triangles. Okay, so we're going to have to find the area of this first triangle, right? And then just, multiply it by 12. So what is the area of a triangle? Do you remember? Do you have it memorized yet? The area is 1/2 base times height. So we're going to go ahead and let B equal 4 and H equal 4. So we wrote this formula using symbols, which is what I want to see in all your homework and in the notes. Then we defined the terms, which is what I want to see in your notes, your homework, your quizzes, tests, all that. Okay, so this is going to be what we're going to start with. Okay, this is communicating. Then we substitute those values in. A equals 1/2 4 times 4. Okay, 4 times 4 is 16. So we're going to have 1/2 times 16. And then we're just multiplying, a fraction, 1/2 of 16. We know is 8, right? Or we can think about cross-canceling. Is there a common factor? Yeah, 2. 2 goes into 2 one time, 2 goes into 16 8 times. We multiply across. 1 times 8 is 8. 1 times 1 on the bottom. 8 over 1 is just 8. So we know that we're dealing with 8. Oh, it's inches. I forgot to write in the inches. Inches, inches. This means this is inches. This is inches, which means we're doing inches times inches, which is inches squared. So we end up with 8 inches squared. I'm sorry, I forgot to do that piece. I hope you all were on your video reminding me, or not on your video, but wherever you are reminding me, you forgot to put the inches. So anyways, here we go. So that's the area of one triangle, okay? We need to find how much material we need for 12 triangles. So we're just gonna take this and multiply it by 12. So go up here and we're gonna go, so for 12, the area of 12 triangles, I don't know, equals 12 times 8 inches squared. So this, we just multiply those two numbers together. 12 times 8, 8 times 2 is 16, carry the 1, right, the 6 carry the 1, 8 times 1 is 8 plus 1 is 9, so it's 96. So 96, and then we just keep that inches squared. All right, so there you go. That is the area of 12 triangles. So the amount, what is it? The amount of fabric you would need would be right there. 96 inches squared. I would always maybe suggest probably getting a little extra unless you mess up or something. But that's just me. I always buy a little extra when I'm actually doing real stuff. But for this problem, that is the exact answer, and it's possible with no mess ups that you could, do it with just this amount. Okay. All right, so let's look at checking out example 2. It says, find the amount of fabric used to make 4 rectangles. Okay, each rectangle has a length of 6.5 inches and a width of 2.5 inches. So, amount of fabric, okay, we know that to make 4 rectangles, we know that we're dealing with area. Okay, so we're making 4 rectangles this time. And it says that the length is 6.5 and the width is 2.5. So we just need to write down that area formula, which is area equals length times width, and the length is equal to 6.5 inches. Okay, make sure you write that inches. And width is equal to 2.5 inches. All right, so then we just go ahead and substitute those values in, and we get the area is equal to 6.5 inches times 2.5 inches. All right, now we have these mixed numbers, and so we need to multiply these two mixed numbers. Whenever you're dealing with a mixed number, to multiply it, you have to change it to an improper fraction first. And to change it to an improper fraction, you go 2 times 6, and then you add that 1. So 2 times 6 is 12, plus 1 is 13 over 2 inches. And then we're going to do the same thing here. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So 5 over 2 inches. And then I'm just gonna regroup this, and since it's multiplication, I can do that. And so I'm gonna put these closer together. 3 over 2 times 5 over 2, and then inches times inches. So here I'm multiplying two fractions. I look to cross cancel, but it doesn't really look like I can cross cancel anything. These numbers up here aren't even, so that means they're not divisible by 2, or so that means I'm just going to multiply across. So that would be, I'm going to go over here, 13 times 5, I don't really know what that is off the top of my head. 5 times 3 is 15, carry the 1, 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 is 65. So it's going to be 65 over, multiply across here, 2 times 2 is 4. Inches times inches is inches squared. And since we're talking about it like a real life application about fabric, you'd never be like, oh, I want 65/4 of fabric. They'd look at you like you're crazy. So we're actually going to go ahead and change this back into a mixed number. So to do that, we're just going to do long division. So 65, this is 65 divided by 4. See how many times 4 goes into 65? 4 goes into 6 one time. 1 times 4 is 4. 6 times 4, 6 subtracted by 4 is 2. And then we go 4 goes into 25. We drop down that 5. 4 goes into 25. How many times? 6. 6 times 4 is 24. Then we subtract. We have a remainder of 1. So our answer is going to be the area equals 16 and 1/4 inches squared. Oh wait, that's just 1, right? How many do we need? We need 4. Okay, so we're going to take this number, and we need 4 rectangles. So that means, man, okay, I'm going to actually go rewind, and I'm going to rewind back up to here to the answer with the improper fraction. So we need 4 rectangles. So the area of 4 rectangles. So we're just going to take, I'm going to take this number because it's going to end up being easier. And we're going to multiply it by 4. So 4 times 65 over 4 inches squared. Okay? So then we're just going to change this, and we're just really doing this fraction times 65 over 4. And then this really ends up nice because we look to cross cancel. Those 4's cancel out. And then we multiply across, and we basically get 65 inches squared. So if you got that one right, awesome job. Okay, we'll see you in a little bit for example number 3.